Legend before he left the country. It was really a night of romance as two R&B singers serenaded their fans with hit songs that made them popular back in the 90s. Both artists have performed in the country before, leaving fans longing for more, and then they decided, of course, to heed those calls. The two greats, I'm talking about James Ingram and Johnny Gill. They were here in South Africa to perform a one-night-only concert that took place at the Gallagher Convention Centre in Midrand on Valentine's Day, which of course was over the weekend. Some Morning Live viewers actually won themselves tickets to the concert. Please let us know what it was like. Those viewers, of course, Trifina Molefi, Lesenyeho Masitiani and Rebecca Musime. So please let us know, contact us. What was the concert like for you? All right, well, joining us in studio to tell us about this concert and, of course, performing here in South Africa again is Johnny Gill himself. So good to have you. Welcome to Morning Live.
Thank you for having me. I tell you, it's been a long time, and it was just great to be back here and just to feel the love. It's been, gosh, I want to say maybe 6, 7 years.
6 or 7 years. That was the last time.
Longer than that. Yeah.
And this country's changed.
Yeah,
and in those
as I arrived, I just was looking at catching up on some of the news and seeing what was going on, and it's just like there's never a dull moment.
Well, listen, even our president says that there's never a dull moment in this country. There really isn't. But it's nice to have you here and performing this. I mean, you've really had such a long and incredible career that you just keep on reinventing yourself, moving with the times, carrying on, which is so nice. I mean, how do you go about doing that?
Well, it's because I love what I do, and that's one of the most important things, is to really enjoy what you do. And I love getting the response and the energy and the love from the audience, from the fans. You know, there's this R&B legend, Teddy Pendergrass, had a song that says, "It feels so good loving somebody when somebody loves you back."
Oh, yes.
And it's just incredible, just the energy from the audience. It's like, you know, I can't even describe it, just because I'm all the way over on the other side of the country, and to come over on this side of the world and just everyone embrace you and just love and can sing the songs note for note, word for word. It's amazing to me. It really is.
It is a fantastic thing. I must say, South African audiences are very responsive. Yes. They sing along, they get emotional. In fact, you could just stand there and we'll sing your songs for you.
Made my night a lot easier.
It did. But you, I mean, you were basically born to sing. Your family were musical. You sang in church. Your parents were there. Your brothers in the music industry. What was it like growing up in your household?
Music all day long. You know, because my dad was a minister. But the radio was always on. Music was always playing. So that's what I think really did it for me. As a kid, you don't know what's going on because you're just enjoying the music and not realizing until one day something hits you and it's like, I want to sing. I want to do this.
Yeah. So. Were you always encouraged by your parents to take that route?
Always, yeah. You know, it was so funny because I have 3 older brothers. We all had instruments. I learned how to play everybody's instrument. And they couldn't figure out how I did it, why. But, you know, I used to play sick, and sometimes when they would go to school, I would jump on the instruments. So nobody could figure out, how does he know how to play everybody's instruments? But I was intrigued.
No lessons, nothing. You would just pick them up
pick it up and just start playing.
How many instruments do you play now?
Oh, my gosh. Keyboards, drums, bass, percussion, anything I can get my hands on.
That's fantastic. With no formal training.
No.
And you have a voice that's heaven sent.
Oh,
You're an all-rounder. That's amazing.
Thank
you. So you, I mean, obviously you started out your career, but I think the big thing for you was being a part of New Edition.
Yeah, that was one of the major, I think, moves that happened in my career that really allowed people to get to know who I was and really on a higher level get exposed, my talent be exposed to a whole nother generation, my generation, because as a kid growing up early on in the business, I had such a big, huge voice. They couldn't figure out, the record company couldn't figure out what to do with me. They were going, okay, this kid sounds like a grown man, but he's just a kid. So how are we going to market him? So when I joined the group New Edition, that's kind of when things kind of came together where our generation was going, hey, have you heard about that new kid in New Edition? And their thing, how they described me was the guy that can sing. So singing became kind of cool.
Finally got a guy that can sing in the group. And that doesn't just look good, he looks good and he can sing. But then, of course, I mean, you had your song My, in 1989. And I mean, that was massive for you. That really was a big one.
Yeah,
did you know?
The right way.
It went the right way.
Yeah, Rub You the Right Way. And My. Yeah, everything just clicked. It just really clicked. But I was so fortunate that I was able to be a part of that group, come off of that, and then spin off and have such a successful album, solo album. That was really beyond more than one. I don't think we could have even planned it that way.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
It just happened.
I've always wondered, I mean, you've got a song that came out in 1989, and here you are sitting in the year 2015, and audiences obviously still want you to sing that. That is
amazing.
You know,
it's amazing.
How does it feel performing a song like 20 years? For 20 years, you keep on having to perform that song. Is it a new experience every time, or do you actually just, you know?
It really is.
It really
a new
is.
experience. And every time I approach, I don't take anything for granted. Every day that I get the mic and put that mic in my hand and I get a chance to perform for my fans, I don't take it for granted because it's just a blessing to be able to do it. And I have even more of a great appreciation for it today than ever.
Yeah,
so I enjoy it.
Good.
I enjoy it.
And you enjoy women. Because we hear in your songs. I mean, all your songs are basically about embracing women, how you should treat a woman, how you should love a woman.
Yes. Yeah.
So, who's the other half in your life?
Well, I have, and we just recently taking, what do you call it? We call it in the States a timeout.
Yeah.
But you know, it's temporary.
It's a temporary timeout.
But you know, sometimes we need our little, that time.
Yeah.
You know, but for the most part, I've been in this relationship for 6 years.
Fantastic.
And relationships, as I sing about them, we go through ups and downs, and it's about learning how to get through the process of coming out on the other side. So, I live it. So when you hear me singing about the song, it's most of the time I've had some experience.
Yeah, it certainly is. I mean, it's always a tough one, which is love is beautiful. It's hard and beautiful all at the same time.
It's work.
So we wish you the best of luck with that. I would sing and give you some advice, but I don't think it'll happen. And we're so happy to have had you here in South Africa, performing on a night of love and giving lots of people, including our lucky viewers out there who managed to come to your concert, Trifina, Lesenyejo and Rebecca. Let's talk to you. Get hold of us. We want to know how it went, because I'm sure you had an absolutely wonderful evening during this one-night-only concert with Johnny Gill and James Ingram. So lovely having you in studio, Johnny.
Thanks for having me. And I hope it won't take this long to come back.
I'm glad you said that, because that was how I was going to end the interview. Fantastic. Thank you very, very much for being with us.
Thank you.